Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming. This is going to be a great show. I'm so excited. I'm Victoria L. I got to introduce you to my people. This is Maggie, my sister Maggie. Then we got Cherie over here. Then we have Tanya over here. And we have, again, the two men who were here before, Jay. He says hello. And we got Jason in the house. So, Tanya, please introduce the others. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Corey. I introduced Corey. Corey is our friend from about 17 years ago. This is what we do. So, he's involved. He's a manager. He does what he does, and he's going to come and give us his opinion about some things. So, Corey, go ahead. Tanya, go ahead and introduce our last guest.
Our last guest is a special guest, Mr. Brian Thomas.
Hey.
I went to school with college as well as JC and Cherie. We all went to Georgia Southern. Whoop, whoop, go Eagles.
Yeah.
He is also over the age of 35. I'm not sure if he wants me to tell his exact age. And yes, he's a very accomplished gentleman. And go ahead with our topics. I can't wait to get the debate. We got it even for men and for women. So I'm ready for a healthy debate or opinions and perspectives from our males on the show today. Thank you guys for coming and joining us, and can't wait to get started. Let's go.
Okay, so like I said, this show is about transparency and honesty. You won't offend nobody. We all grown. We all over the age of 35 or soon to be. So give us what we need so that we can see from your perspective, because that's what we want. Even though it's a woman-based show, we can't have a relationship without the man. So that's why we brought y'all on. So we're going to discuss, we had the guys on here before, JC and Jay, we had them, and we discussed some different things we were going to talk about, but because of life, we couldn't get to it. So this is going to be a little longer, but it's going to be healthy and great and fun conversation about what if somebody told you, or you felt in your spirit, this girl is the girl for me. This is who I want. She fit all the roles. This is what, and she's like, I don't think so. And she keep giving it to you. Keep giving it to you. So how do you deal with rejection? Does that have anything to do with how you end up dating or treating women? Rejection. So who wants to take that one first before they get called on?
JC, you got that, or you want me to go?
I want Jay. I really want Jay to go first. Go ahead, Jay.
Yeah. See, with that, man, with rejection like that, I pursue it for a while, but once I start to feel that vibe, that negative energy, to where I'm really just making a fool out of myself, to where you're not really trying to go to the place where I'm trying to go or take this where I want to take it, then I really, really just fall back. So it's not no cursing or anything like that. It's just, you know what I'm saying? Okay, clearly I thought it was going to be something else than what you thought it was going to be. So therefore, I just go ahead and let you go on about your business. And then when you see me in a year or two and I'm doing my thing and you want to come back around, I'm going to give you that same negative energy. So you just back with me.
That sounded a little petty to me, but it's cool.
Oh, it ain't petty. You just, you know what I'm saying? You just didn't see my worth right then. So when you do see my worth, you know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna tilt my crown and turn the other way. That's all I'm gonna do to you, baby. So hey, we just go from now.
Okay, thank you, Jay. Next,
I see y'all on deal breakers.
Anybody
no.
Yeah, I'm ready.
I guess I'll follow behind. It don't take. I'm real Southern, so let me start there. It don't take too many times for me to bump my head for me to just go and find another door to go into. So I'm not about to chase you. I'm gonna pursue you, but I'm not gonna chase you. And so once you don't want what I want, ain't no point in me going after it no more. Now I'm not gonna treat you with any kind of negative energy. However, I'm the guy that I always get the come back around. Like I should have, you should have, I should have. I'm the I should have guy. So I just continue to live my life forward. I don't have no bad feelings or no, if you ain't want it, you ain't want it. That's fine. But
so when the girl says I should have and she comes back around and she tells you that, do you give them another chance, or are you like Jay and you say forget it?
That was it. Like that was it. Like that was it. Like I don't know what else you want me to do.
So you saying she missed her opportunity when you approached her the first time?
Pretty much, unless something hits me in my soul to be like, maybe I should go back and entertain this, then I'll do it. Otherwise, it's like I shot my shot, I missed it. So what I'm gonna do now? Just go ahead about my business.
Now, what if she was a good person, and this is to the other two fellas? What if she was actually had a good heart, is a good person, but she herself was not in a place to date? You know, you're kind of giving her, saying, you know, Jay, you were saying it's negative energy, but obviously, you know, if she had an opinion and say, okay, no, not right now, you got to respect that and just be like, okay, do you want to, is she still a good person? But I get it. If she ready to cuss you out and be like kicking you to the curb and trying to do you dirty, then that's a different story. But if a woman, like, I feel like if a guy approaches you, she has the option of either saying yes or no. And if she knows herself, like sometimes it might not be you. It could be the woman is not really ready to open. She could have emotional baggage. She could have other things going on in her life, and she's not in a position to date or to be open to date. Or is it like, do you feel like a woman's turning you down and then she turn right back around and be dating somebody else, and you like, oh, well, dang. But.
So this is the way that I would look at it. And I have a little slightly different point of view. So when you are, you know, considering somebody or somebody comes across your eye, the first thing that, you know, they're getting that version of you right then and there. Now, depending on the maturity level, if she's a good woman, she's going to be able to recognize it, but she's also going to be able to recognize the timing, because there are good women that they're ready, but they realize that, okay, there may be something with you that is not quite ready. You might have that confidence, but you might say something, or the language that you might be talking at that particular point in time, you know, he's cool, but he's not quite ready for what I'm bringing to the table. And so in that particular situation, you know, this is what I've learned as a man. You have the option of either, number one, reflecting on it and trying to find something that's equivalent to the space that you're in, or leveling up, becoming better, so that when you become better, next time she comes around, she's got a decision to make. Okay, he's much better the second time around. I didn't see it before. There was some potential there, because the thing that I think a lot of guys have to remember about women is that women, they have the ability to be able to see a man's potential from the inception. Now, if she's mature, she's going to be able to understand, okay, this is not the right time. Like, he's a good fit, but he might be a little distracted. He might knock me off of what I got going on for right now. So what I need to do is, if this is going to be a good fit, I need to sit back. I need to watch him a little bit, see how he react, you know, have a conversation with him. Because here's the thing, I could be an attractive man, have all of these other wonderful qualities, but maturity wise, do I suffocate your space? Do I know how to read you? Do I know how to understand that when you come into the room, that you don't want me all up on you like that? And what a lot of men do, they lean on the fact of, well, I got this going on, I got that going on, I got this, got that going on. But at the end of the day, security is not in what you do for a person. Security is in your ability to handle that person and the unique personality that they are. So that's the way I would look at it.
Go ahead then. Mm-hmm.
So obviously you would give the woman another chance.
Rebuttal on that one, now.
Brian.
Rebuttal on that one, baby.
I would. So the way that I would look at it is like this. First impressions definitely do make a big difference. However, because we are always evolving, or if you are looking to grow, somebody's not going to see that target at the very, very beginning. So if you are doing everything that you need to do and you intend on growing, eventually what's going to end up happening, either you're going to catch me when I grow to that place and you can come along with me, or you haven't grown, you're going to miss it. And then when you get to that level to understand it, I've already passed you by. But I can't get upset with you because you don't see it, because at the end of the day, it's your life, what you decide to do, where you are. I don't know what you've gone through. I don't know what you've experienced. So to have the expectation of you to accept me without at least giving you room to grow and know who I am, that to me, that can kind of be a little bit problematic. Okay. So.
Okay. Corey, you over there shaking your head.
Right.
No, you shaking your head.
You ain't giving no second chances.
Oh,
what's going on?
What's up? You ain't giving no second chances, huh, Corey?
He couldn't talk because everybody else was talking, so go ahead, it's your time.
Go ahead.
Time waits on nobody. If you didn't see anything that you wanted to see the first time around, what am I giving you a second chance for? So I can look at it like this. First of all, I'm being rejected. Something in me is going to want to know why. I want to know what was it, what I didn't do right. That way I can take this on with me the next one. Because you're not getting the second. I mean, it is what it is. Time waits on no one. Life is too short. For you to be sitting around saying, should I not? You either going to give me a chance or you're not. It's that simple.
Right.
Basically, y'all are all saying, if I hear this correctly from the men, you snooze, you lose. I mean, that's what it like.
Here's the thing. The question changed from me to Brian. So
because somebody else delivered it. Somebody else delivered it.
But listen, here's how it changed. It changed from if I approach you and you're like no, to I approach you and you're like not right now.
Right.
I can respect not right now.
Okay.
I can work with not right now. But if it's like straight up no, this ain't what I want, we ain't going back through this again.
Exactly.
JC, but not right now could also be a woman's way of being nice. And that really is a no, but she doesn't want to say no, so she's using that not right now. So how long
play games like that?
That woman needs to be a woman and say no instead of not right now.
Communication.
Like, don't waste my time, I'm gonna waste yours. Don't waste mine, I'm gonna waste yours.
If you say not right now and I meet you again in 6 months and come back to your face again, it's just gonna irritate you. And then your response to me gonna be nasty. Why would I waste my time? It's not a whole lot of time. We too grown for that. Too grown for that. Just like Corey said, we too, like, why are we wasting time?
Like what, tomorrow, next week? I ain't got time. I ain't got the time.
But what if, okay, I understand time is precious. But what if you get to a situation and it's like, well, I was, like you said, I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready, but please, give me another chance. Give me another chance. Y'all tell me something. No. I mean, if you single too, then why we can't get another chance?
Well,
you ain't
I didn't say that. I'm feeling like this. We can come back and we can talk about it. If you're saying like no, not right now, or whatever, like Tanya presented it, and then we still have another conversation, and then like our goals line up and things of that nature, then we can go. We can have that conversation and we can see where it goes then. But if you're not trying to have that conversation and then you don't have anything going for yourself, because that's the whole thing. Like, you want to have somebody that's evenly yoked with you. So if you have goals and you're trying to achieve some things, and I have some things that I want to achieve, and we both line up together, then like, hey, if what I got going on line up with what you got going on, then yes, I'll pursue you. You know what I'm saying? But if it don't line up, then why are we both wasting each other's time? Because clearly I'm gonna get to a point, or you're gonna get to a point, and we're gonna go in different directions. And then it's still not gonna work. And then we'd have wasted 5 years of each other's life. And we're not going in the same direction.
So then actually this, what kind of threw me with a curve, Brian kind of threw me a little bit. When he was talking about potential.
Yeah, that was like a relationship topic to me. Like, I was feeling like relationship. He's like our relationship
with
guru.
a curve with that one. And if you notice, when you go back and watch this lovely video, all the women was like, potential, why? Because that's something that we've been discussing amongst ourselves and the atmosphere. So what are your ideas? And Maggie was the first one I looked at when he talks about potential, because that's what we talk about all the time. Does potential get you to the finish line or getting closer to being that one that you want to be with? Potential. So, Maggie, can you answer that for me first? If she get Maggie.
Hold on, Victoria, repeat the question. You said potential what?
I said, does potential get you further to even for somebody to be like, I'm interested in you because I see your potential at our wonderful age of 35. Yeah.
Potential is great. Potential is awesome. I can see the potential in a guy, but he doesn't see his own potential at work.
That's right.
So potential does not get you, in my opinion, does not get you closer to the finish line. And that's just because at 35, and if you have plenty of potential, what have you done in the previous 5 to 10 years? What goals have you hit or accomplishments have you, I guess, milestones you've hit that you wanted to, that have proven you're working towards your goals, and not showing up at 35 or 40 saying, I have all these aspirations and goals, but your past 10, 5, even 2 years haven't proven, and I haven't proven that you are working towards anything or actually doing anything. Like, I can get it if you started a business and failed. Got it. You know what I mean? Like, you took a risk, you tried it, now you're down and out, but you're working towards. So you have proof. Or you've had a stable job and you've been able to stay, do some things that you planned in your mind 5, 10 years ago. Now you're 35, 40, and you can see some stuff. But just potential and talking game, potential does not get you closer to the nope, does not.
Because everyone has potential. Even Precious Toby, who asking for money at the corner of Wesley Chapel, he had potential at some point. Something happened with that. So Cherie, please, I haven't heard you. Tell me what you think about potential.
Because I am enjoying the men talking. I'm like, yes.
Yes.
Opinions up in here. I like this back and forth. He's like, nah, bruh, I can't do it. That's not me. I'm loving it. So I'm literally just like, yes, speak some more. I'm listening. But for me, when it comes down to potential, it's the same thing. Like, it's not, for me, it hasn't just been since I turned 35. This has been me throughout my whole dating life, I guess you could say, hanging out life, whatever, because I feel like as women and men, we're not dating your potential. Like, in a sense of, we're not just dating you because he say, she say. Like, I'm saying I'm doing this. I'm saying I'm going to do this. We're dating like your actions, pretty much. So if your actions are in line with what you're saying, then okay. Then we could work something out. Like, I'm here to help you. I'm not here to guide you. I'm not here to literally hold your hand and woo, woo, woo. Let me, help you do this. Let me go find this for you. Now, granted, like, if you need my help with something, that means you're coming to me and say, hey, babe, this is what I got planned. This is what's going on. Then it's for me to, like, fish out what you just said and help you in that moment. So if it is that you need something from me, as in I can go do something or go get something for you, is because that's my specialty. That's what I'm here to help you with, that I'm going to do that. So potential is what you doing. Is we just sitting here on potential?
What about the guys? Y'all be dating with potential? Y'all be dating these women with potential? Or
Do you?
Yeah, you definitely. I feel like you got to date somebody with potential. You got to be dating towards something. And I just want to see what you have. Like, I mean, I don't want you around here just leeching off of me and you just like fluttering. Like, you know what I'm saying? You basically just there. Like, I don't want you, like, when I'm dating, I do want to know, like, past relationship, like, well, not all past relationships, but, like, what have you done and what were you expecting in your last relationship? Because my whole thing is this. In your past relationships, and I'm gonna be real brief, in your past relationships, if you weren't expecting a lot out of your man and y'all were eating off the dollar menu, you feel what I'm saying? And then you want to get with me, and then you want your plates being brought to you, you want juicy crab every night, you want You want all this. You got expectations now. I personally have a problem with that, because at what point did you decide that you wanted all this fancy stuff? And you travel every week and all this and that. At what point did you get to like that? Because if you weren't expecting that in the past, then you know what I'm saying, then don't think that you'd have found your sucker right now. You know what I'm saying? There's not too many. I'm just saying, it's not gonna be a whole lot of licks till you get to that lollipop. I'm just telling you.
Thank you.
That's my whole thing.
Dollar menu, the juicy crab.
Right.
I'm just saying. Juicy crab was the first thing. That's the first thing that came to my mind. You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying, if you was cool with eating on the dollar menu, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want you to raise your bar that high. Like, just let me know. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm fine with every now and then going over there. But you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, if that's what you was into, don't come over here and be like, oh, I've been choosing the wrong dudes all my life, and I'm ready for you now, and stuff like that. Don't sing that sad song around here. Don't sing that. Please, the other gentleman, like, you know.
I want to hear.
Go ahead.
Me too.
Because everybody got quiet when I said dollar menu to juicy crab. I ain't mean to offend nobody, bro. You know, but guys, tell the truth though.
Okay.
Come on, Corey, help me out. Listen, guys, tell the truth. Now, you
tell the truth.
In that position. We all been in that position, right?
Yeah. So let me jump in from this perspective.
Talk to me. Help me, JC. You my dog.
Right, so let me say this. I don't know why or how. I have a pattern of running into women who should have who come in with new rules and standards, which is fine. But you're coming in with new rules and regulations that you should have applied to the last person that did you wrong. So like you just left a relationship where the rules that you're trying to put on me and the standards you're trying to apply to me, or not standards, because I got standards and I'm fine with standards, or the regulations you're trying to apply to me is what you should have did in your past, the checks and balances you should have did in your past relationship or your past dealing. That's the kind of stuff I kind of come across. So that's where it's like, I ain't him. I don't know where it's coming from. You will see by my actions how I treat you, that I ain't where you came from, so you ain't got to apply them rules that you should have applied to the last dude. Right. Like, you can let yourself go, you can be free, you can have whatever you like, because I'm gonna treat you.
Whatever you like.
What?
Thank you, but I'm gonna treat you and put in the work in accordingly. So that's just me being me.
You better,
but don't bring me what you should have did don't bring me what you should have did over there, over here to me.
JC, give a word now.
Gentleman right there.
Give a word. Go ahead. We gotta hear from the other two men.
That's where I'm at. But go ahead.
The newbies.
The way I look at it is like this: when you're looking at a relationship, like dealing with potential. So the potential is the capacity that you build off of the things that you've learned. So if you haven't learned your lesson, it is going to always be potential. It's always going to be what you could have been. So when you're looking at entering into any relationship, the thing that you want to know is, what did you learn? Like the one size fits all philosophy that I see a lot of people bring into relationships, that doesn't work. Like, what did you learn? And what are you willing to bring to my life that's going to help me become better? Because you can already go ahead and bring the junk that you brought before. Now, it's not going to work with me. Like, we're not going to do the dollar menu, but I'm also not going to do juicy crab. Like, woman, you're going to have a budget. If you think you're going to be swiping my card, just go ahead, stop by the church and go lay your tithes at somebody else's house.
Yeah.
Come over here, talk about, we got to do this, and this. Like, we're learning about each other, because, I'm not even sure if I can deal with you for a lifetime. I might be able to deal with you for 5 minutes and then be like, all right, go ahead and get out that door right there. Like, I don't want to deal with you no more. So I'm learning. Your potential is the capacity of what you could be, but the reality is, what are you doing right now? Like, what are you doing when you're not around me? Like, can I trust that you are bettering yourself? Can I trust that you're getting up and you're going to work? Can I trust that you're managing your money? Because everything that you bring to a relationship is a reflection of what you're doing when I'm not around. It's a reflection of what you learned before I came into the picture. So if you're coming in and you're expecting me to do these things and you haven't really brought to me any good reasoning why I should buy into what you're doing, then, you know, there's definitely the door that you can go.
Right.
Y'all be quick to let them go. Bye. I mean,
Get out of here.
We gotta reject foolishness, because I think us as men, we sometimes, because we are wanting that relationship to be successful, we will allow like junk to linger. But I mean, as a man gets older, you know, his vision starts to get more and more like tunnel. And so we don't want to have to expand it out for somebody that's not willing to go along with us. Like, if my vision is this and you're coming in trying to take it elsewhere, you gotta go. So.
Thank you for your honesty. That's what I'm looking for. All right. So last but not least, Mr. Corey.
I mean, I'm with everybody else. Like, when you go into something, I think you should go into it with no expectations. That way, you know, you're looking for things out of your reach, and you won't be looking for things that below your reach, like what you said. Don't come over with that expensive mentality with a McDonald's attitude. Like, you don't get the same thing you got in that last relationship. Don't bring any back from that. For me, you couldn't even do it over there. So I'm with the guys. You get what you get, and you get what you get. So I'm the person I've asked the woman, what do you bring to the table besides what's between your legs? Like, seriously, that's the given. That comes with you. We know that. What else do you bring? And that's just my take on it.
Got it.
Okay, so now this is what I've been waiting on. What are y'all's deal breakers?
Yeah.
I want to hear
No.
what you guys can tune into the last episode 8 of The Waiting Game, chapter 35. But I want to hear what you guys have to say about what are your deal breakers. Like, absolutely not going down. We're not doing that over here. So whoever wants to jump in, go ahead.
First of all, let's start with a nag. Like, if you nag every 5 minutes, I'm gonna go ahead and just kick you to the curb. Like, you got some, you know, they get in a relationship and they be like, oh, you know, you perfect for me. And then the minute you don't do something that they like, they be like, well, I don't like you do this and I don't like you do that. Like, I had me a little quarantine boo recently. And the reason why we went our separate ways was because every time I turn around and you tell me something, you're telling me something else. It's like you put me on a racetrack that says go 180 miles an hour, and you got a stop sign every 100 feet that has a police officer there that's gonna give you a ticket because I'm doing this, and this. So, like, nagging and complaining, and a woman that, I'm gonna be honest with you, a woman that does not have a good concept with money. Because you get a woman that does not have a good concept with money, she will take your credit score, she will take your money, and she will destroy your life. So that's a few of my deal breakers. I'll dive into some of the other ones once the other guys say, but yeah, that's a few of them.
Negative money. Okay.
I gotta take my notes. Go ahead.
JC
in the house.
I'm thinking about this. Let somebody else go ahead. I'm really thinking, and I'm trying to articulate.
Well, we got nothing but time, baby. Go. Okay. Jay, what you got?
I got a couple, man. Insecurity is real big on my list up there. If you're not real insecure about yourself, like if you see the past people that I've dated and you might be a little thicker than them, and you like, oh, you've always dated slender women, like, you know, that plays a real big part. I just can't deal with the insecurity type of thing. Bad hygiene. I got Not so
Okay.
yeah, bad hygiene. I'm talking about the hygiene that's like lower, like
Feminine hygiene. Yes.
yeah, like
That's hygiene. Sure.
that's
Okay.
that's
All right. Mhm.
Right. You mean the hygiene when she come home from work and she smell like Chinese food? That hygiene? That's what you talking about?
Nah, not even that hygiene. It's just the one you get from the market.
That's
That
hygiene.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got it.
So
we're not gonna be.
Taco Tuesday.
They might have a
Taco Tuesday.
situation anyway. Keep going, please.
What about
No,
them buttery
you-
teeth? Talking about hygiene.
Right. Anyway,
Hey,
buttery.
The butter.
And
You
if
talking
you
about
not
the
that
butter?
on the line, you actually you a PE teacher, whatever the case, and you come home like, oh, what's up?
The
Come on.
musty.
I'm just saying, but go ahead, Justin. Okay,
Right.
Jay.
you need to watch that thing. Hey, listen, and then you know, not having a sense of humor. Like I like to have fun, crack jokes. Let's not be serious all the time. Let's enjoy life. You know, talk junk to each other. You know what I'm saying? Just have fun and then enjoy each other. I think that's real big. That's below hygiene. So like, calm down, Tanya. Neediness. Now I have a real problem with neediness, man, because like I've been saying, you know, I'm telling you, brother. I always ask, like, what do you have right now? Because I can't stand this. Like, if y'all can see my hand, like y'all know what that is. That's like the cup hand. I can't stand for a woman that don't have a little something going on with herself. Always talking about, you ain't thought about, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna think about you when you have your own stuff going on. If we're there, then, but that's a whole nother situation. But neediness is a real problem for me. I hate that, you know, you always want something from me. And that's like my single type of thing. The last thing I'm gonna say is something that everybody deals with, is probably a STD. I don't
know about that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a deal breaker for me, depending on what the STD was. Like, from someone that ain't never had an STD, and then dealing with somebody that might like have one, like, you know, one or two, or you had a couple, then I'd be like, you know, I had chlamydia. I'd be like, you know, I had syphilis. I'm be like, wow. And then, you know, something like that, things like that, you know, I tend to have a problem with, you know.
So she can't. So she's not a burn. So no burner accounts. That's basically what you're saying. No burner.
Yeah, there you go.
I like to.
So basically, you're saying
We done all dealt with it. Nigga, what?
I'm like Twitter.
He's saying basically somebody who takes care of their body. Okay, great.
Right.
I mean, you know,
that's what he mean though, on the inside. That's what he mean.
Exactly, because I can kill myself. I don't want you to kill me.
It's people out there with diseases, a lot of down low people who catch things and
they don't know about.
And they don't know.
Right.
And
let me tell you about that.
It's about protecting yourself. And let me tell you too, because they deserve love too. Let me not just say that.
The love. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Okay. Go. That's your deal breakers. I get it. Go.
I'm just saying. Listen, if we together and, you know what I'm saying, you know, you get it and you didn't know, we had that conversation. It's definitely a conversation that we be having. And, you know, I can kind of probably let one slide a week together. But I have to see how I feel about you. But, you know, if it happened like more than once, then somebody got to die, bro. I'm just letting you know.
I can't.
Okay.
On to the next.
I'm gonna pass it to Corey.
Pass it to your boy.
Pass it to Corey over there, man.
We gotta get back to Corey and JC. Oh my goodness.
Listen, because I'm starting to feel judged around here.
No. What's on your mind? Okay.
Like that's it. You letting it off like something was internally disturbing.
Yeah.
Gonna let you do that on him. We got you. We're gonna pause it. Let it go to somebody else. We got
your own opinion about your deal breakers.
We got you.
Oh, that was already.
Okay. So we're waiting on the other two men.
Other two. Let's go.
Yep.
Oh my God.
Okay, I'll go. I think I'm ready to go now.
Okay, let's go, JC.
Go, Jason.
So instead of saying what I don't want, I'll say what I do want because
Don't
it's
change
that's
the
easy
question,
to project
bro.
for me. You can say what?
Don't change the question.
Okay, yes sir. All right, so
Deal breaker.
Lord, let me put it this way.
Tell it.
Deal
Tell it,
breakers
son.
would
Tell
be.
it.
He threw you under the bus, Brian. Get him. Don't change the question, bro.
All right, cool. I got you.
The question
I got you.
changed from me to JC. No.
Fair. We have to be
All right,
fair.
so cool. I'm
Fair.
gonna answer that question. So
Deal breaker.
I can't have anyone who is not family oriented.
That's right.
I can't have anybody who does not have a sense of humor. I can't have anybody who don't like music, or I can't have anybody who don't like to dance. I can't have anybody who's not God-fearing or has some form of religion in their life.
That's right.
I can't have nobody that don't have no goals or aspirations.
Mm-hmm.
I can't have nobody that
You better have a list.
that don't have time for me. But I can't also not have anybody who does not understand that I have a schedule as well.
All right, that's good. All right.
I can't have anyone who
What about people with kids?
that depends. That straight up depends. Kids are not a deal breaker.
Surely I'm not. Surely I'm not.
And I guess what I'll say to that
what
is,
if it's like 5 kids? What if it's like 5?
You better say it, Brian.
You got to have a limit now.
no numbers of kids. Let's say this: numbers of kids do matter.
Let's
Right,
numbers of kids do matter.
I know that's a big. I know that you got 5 kids. That's a big refund check, but that's a whole lot of miles.
That numbers do matter.
Purse, baby.
That's 7
However,
miles.
I guess I got a number in my head and I just keep it there. It's a limit before I get there because I do want to have kids.
Right.
So I need a limit there before I get there.
Right.
I think that's all I can ramble out at the moment.
Okay. Very good.
Of course, I want you to keep yourself up some kind of way. I want you to look all dusty and raggedy.
Dusty.
Come on.
I don't really have no type.
You gotta be Instagram ready. She gotta be Instagram ready.
Just physically, for me, you can't be shaped like a 0 or a 1. That's all. And that's the most sexist thing I could ever say. Like I need some kind of, you can't be shaped like a number 1, or you can't be a 0. I need some kind of womanly shape on you, I guess.
That's right.
I don't know.
Need some type of gravity.
Because women have the same type of type. Like some people don't date bigger than. I don't know. I don't even know who I could say.
Right, I'm gonna say who.
But I don't know. Some people don't like
football players. Some people don't like football players.
Rounder. Right. Some people don't
prefer
like
basketball.
Some people don't like basketball players. So
Exactly.
that's legit. That's a legit deal breaker.
That's all. That's okay. Let me not say you shallow.
So then it's not a preference. Because a deal breaker means absolutely not. A preference means like that's what I like. That's what I like.
So yeah, let me say that. Let me say that's a preference.
Okay.
That's a preference. That's not a deal breaker. That's a preference.
Yeah, but you said you ain't got no type. I ain't got no type.
But see, they not gonna sing the rest of that song. Okay. Anyway, Corey.
Yeah. Last thing. I'm sorry. One more thing. Thank you. That hit my spirit. I cannot stand a woman to define herself as the B word. I can't do it.
Oh yeah.
I can't.
Yes.
That is a deal breaker. That hit my spirit right there. I can't do that. I can't get jiggy with that. I'm done. I'm done.
Gotcha.
Better end on something good. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Corey, what's your deal breaker?
I got social media. You got more than 3 accounts. Kind of a deal breaker.
More than 3 accounts. More than 3 accounts. Let me write that down.
Hold on. You mean like
more than 3? It's like we got a problem. What you trying to keep up with?
Well,
okay, I got you.
But what if they have multiple accounts under one name, though?
No, I'm talking about if you own everything, including what the kids own, we got a problem.
Oh, okay.
That's why I was confused. Okay. Go ahead.
Okay.
Okay.
No sense of humor. I got too clingy. It can be a such thing as too clingy. Like
Too clingy.
when I don't get the hell on, I'm trying to watch the game.
Clingy.
Yeah, too clingy. No hobby. If you just sit around the house looking at me, like go do something. Clean the bathroom.
Do something.
Clean the bathroom.
Bathroom.
They don't want to get out.
What?
They don't have any goals, aspirations.
Right. They don't want to get
What that
out.
mean?
Do nothing. Got it.
Man.
I don't have that.
They ain't got no life.
A hobby turns into a hustle. So if you ain't got nothing you can go on the side and possibly make money with, sitting in the house ain't gonna get it.
Mhm.
I got, if you don't ask about, I have kids. So if you never ask about my kids, that's a problem. So
That's right. That's right.
So that's letting me know you ain't even got it in your mind that, you know, I'm gonna be around this guy's kids. I need to, you know, get to know him. If you don't know the Vice President of the United States is, I got a problem. That lets me know you don't watch CNN, you don't watch any type of news on
Say
TV.
Up to date to your current events. All right.
So they're not involved. Okay.
Current events, you don't know what's going on in the news. You can't cook. I have an issue with that.
If you can't cook, okay.
Nigga, can you cook?
I'm
just saying.
the kitchen that well.
All these deal breakers. I want
Nerd.
No, this
Somebody
is
got
what we
it.
asked. Tanya,
What if she don't
What
cook?
we
But she
asked
got the
for.
money to have a
this
chef.
is what we asked for. This is what we asked for. We want the
Right.
men to tell us what their deal breakers are.
A little
And
chef
them
over
not
here.
feel
Y'all
like we
got some
judging
buzz.
the process.
Y'all got some buzz. Let me stop playing. Let me stop playing.
Yeah, because, okay, anyway. So, guys, do y'all have anything else to say about your deal breaker? Because I got
Yes.
the question.
I got one
Wait,
more.
I want the ladies to say their deal breaker.
Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right.
Y'all already said y'all deal
We
breakers.
already know what some of y'all deal breakers are, but I ain't gonna
Let me
No,
All y'all with touching each other. We heard y'all deal breakers.
well,
Not
not everybody did.
They were touching and agreeing on them deal breakers before we got on the
I watched
line,
that
man.
episode.
Thank you.
Not
I
everybody
watched that
did.
episode.
That one hit my spirit.
I watched that episode.
There you go,
Not
Jason.
everybody heard our deal breakers. But okay. If y'all don't want us to say that, we want to say that we'll support you. Whatever, no problem.
We gonna support you.
What,
Why you say support like
I
that?
got two. I'll say two more.
You know.
Go ahead, Jay. Give us two more. Hit us with
But I said he ready. He ready.
He's in a combo, nigga.
I think like when your partner abuses you, like abuse in a relationship, like you can get a woman that likes to beat on you. I think that's a deal breaker.
You talking about like emotionally or too as well? Any type
I'm
of
talking about like physically, like you say something she don't like, she just spaz out. Like I think that's bad. That's real bad.
that's very reactive.
Some of that is what you see on TV.
Yeah.
Some of that is what you see on TV.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Lack of
That
trust.
should be a deal breaker, but clearly it's not for a
That's
lot
right.
of people.
That's right. If we even discussing it, that means people still doing it.
Exactly.
You know,
Hey, I mean,
listen, bro. Ain't nobody had a woman to beat on them. Yeah. See, bro. I know I'm not the only person. Come on.
I blocked mine. I blocked it.
Listen, she hit me. I'm giving her a wedgie. I'm giving her a wedgie. I'm pulling.
Corey went to Hope. I know he'd have had a girl to jump on him, bro. So help me out, bro.
Sheesh.
Bad manners.
well,
Like last thing, and I'll say like last thing, like another thing, like we out to dinner and we eating. One thing I don't like is someone that talks to you with their mouth full, like they be in the middle of chewing their food. I just can't. I don't like that, bro. Like finish chewing. You know, take the sip, and then take the napkin and then answer my question.
I was about to say,
Etiquette.
So
I can take that, Cherie. I can take that.
okay,
But yeah, like bad manners. Like, but if I'm seeing everything that's in your mouth, like the food and in your teeth, like the bottom row and all that, I don't want to see that.
But that can be
Okay,
fixed.
so
Yeah, that
I'm
can
not
be
gonna keep
fixed.
y'all forever because we got
But
people
how-
doing certain things they
You ain't
gotta
gonna go
do.
out with her again. That's a deal
Right.
breaker.
That's a deal
Soon as
breaker.
she
That's what
talk
they
with her
said.
mouth full, you like,
And I wrote a list. I wrote my list. So I'll be looking and posting to see, put it out there for you guys. I have one last thing that I'm gonna say, and it's gonna bleed into the next one because I hope we can have you guys again. I really hope, because I like this energy. I want to know, now don't take it personal because we real up in here. I want to know why you think you're single. Okay? If you are,
Jesus.
if you're single,
Jesus.
why
God almighty.
do you think that you're
Okay.
single? That's
Okay.
That's a dissertation.
and we can answer it too because
And we gotta
That's a
answer.
dissertation.
We gotta answer it too. This is not
yeah,
just.
Okay.
I mean,
too.
it's all the women. I mean, everybody on here. Ain't nobody married. And like old people say, if you ain't married, you single. So I want
Know
to
yourself.
know, why do you personally, not what people say about you, but what you've learned about yourself as to why you think you're single.
This is
So
therapeutic.
yeah, and this is what you need, honey. Yo, looking at this. I mean, like to be looking at this show.
Okay.
I'm just saying. You gotta think
Okay.
that. You gotta think big. You
Yes,
never know
ma'am.
who watches this show.
You cleansing my
It don't matter. It don't matter if we got 8 viewers. It don't matter. It's that one that you need.
Oh, you might
So
Amen,
I
sister.
thank you guys. I thank y'all so much. Is there any last comments before we close it out? Any last comments, anyone? Guys, I just want to thank you guys so much for being very honest.
yeah.
That's what
Thank
we
you.
need, honey.
Thank y'all. Thank y'all.
Thank
Yeah,
y'all.
thank y'all for
I
having
gotta
me.
give a shout out to, I think, okay, so what, because I was kind of looking at I told you I had to vet you real quick, Brian Thomas. So when I was looking at your Facebook, I know you got something going on because you are doing your thing. So I think you got something going on, maybe, this evening that you're gonna do on Facebook.
I was gonna do something this evening. What happened is this morning I found out some really bad news. One of my friends actually passed away. So I was like,
Condolences.
I was like, I
Yeah,
appreciate it. So I was like, I'm still gonna honor my commitment to, to come here and
Thank you.
do this, but I didn't want to expend any more energy, so I need a little bit of time to recover to that. So I'll be back next Thursday about 8 o'clock. Topic topic is on my little my flyer right there. But I basically, I talk about relationships, talk about just different things that we deal with in the culture, just so nothing too big.
It's something that obviously you found a niche because everybody, your voice is just as valid as anybody else's.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So, and plus
Yeah.
we want you to find your queen. So your queen could be looking at you saying, boom, this is who he is. You never know.
I mean, honestly, I don't think she want to come over here because it got all this this money and unemployment and Rona and all this stuff. She ain't trying to see me. She trying to spend all the money. Because if she come over here, the Amazon, we gonna lay down that Amazon spirit and we gonna get a budget. Because we
You can
doing
date in the pandemic.
We
You can
building
date
things.
in the pandemic.
The pandemic has changed a lot of people with how they look at money. That's what you
And
do
how
need to
you
know.
date.
And how you date and how you budget and how you even buy certain things good, certain things bad. So anyway,
Amazon.com says there's a 400% increase in packages, and 300% of them is women. So I need to know what's really going on with some of y'all shopping habits.
Okay. So we just want to say thank you so much, you guys, because I know you probably got somewhere to go, somewhere to be, somewhere to lurk on other people's pages. So
Shenanigans.
honest.
Nah, I gotta be to work in 4 hours. So.
Jay, we thank you because we know you got to go to work. JC, we thank you. Brian, we thank you so much. We're going to ask for you guys to come back. Everybody else, you already know what the deal is. When we post, we're going to be on here again. Make sure that you follow us on Instagram. Follow us on Facebook. Get to looking at the videos on YouTube. And let's say you can't find it on YouTube, go to Google. Just put the Waiting Game Chapter 35 and all of them will pop up. So no excuses, okay? So thank you so much. And we will see you guys next week. I'm so excited. Oh my gosh. Thank you. I'm so excited. Bye.
Bye.
Say bye, y'all. Bye.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Right.
The outtakes.
Bye.